Let's learn something essential about time. Pay attention. You who get lost in things start and do not end. You get anxious because things don't happen as quickly as you would like them to. Pay attention about this truth about time. I was advising someone recently. He sought our help because he felt he was losing his wife because of wrong behaviors, harmful towards the marriage, lies, indiscretion, addictions. His wife got tired and she said that she couldn't go on with the marriage. And as happens, he woke up. Men usually only wakes up when the woman gets too tired to fight. And he sought help. And we told him, the best chance you have to recover your marriage and regain the trust and love from your wife is to start applying the changes that you need for your life. You need to let go of your addictions, you need to repair your character, change certain behaviors, the way you deal with the opposite sex, you omitting information from your wife. We told him everything that he needed to change, to start to regain his wife's trust. Do you know what was his answer? His answer was, I understood, but my question is, until I can get better, until I show that I have changed, will she wait for me? Or will she move on? Maybe get divorced and relate to others. In other words, he wanted a change that was immediate. In a blink of an eye, he spent years destroying his marriage, his own character, and his reputation before his own wife. He spent years doing that. And when the marriage came to an end, he wanted an instant solution. Like one you put in the microwave, you press a button, and it's ready. In other words, his notion about time was totally misaligned. And there's someone else also. I'm saying this because I've noticed a pattern of behavior that I believe is related to how we live life, that is causing anxiety in people. People have become very anxious and anxious about what will harm them, anxious about having things. Usually you don't see people anxious to do good, to change their lives for the better. Usually they are anxious for the wrong reasons. But a similar case was again of a man on his early 40s, single. After he got older than 40-year-old, he started to feel the burden of being lonely, because up to his 40s, he lived the life of a young man, living his adolescence up to his 40s. He never worried about building an adult life. He was always a playboy. Now he's in his 40s. He was desperate, seeing all his friends married and with children. They moved on with their lives, grew in their careers, and he was stuck in life, feeling like an adolescent, but feeling the burden of his 40 years of age. And we advise him, you have to do what you should have done 20 years ago. You have to invest in friendships, to be more responsible with your work, with the things you do. You must take responsibility in your life. No woman would desire to marry to a teenager who is at his 40s. It's hard to hear, but it's the truth. The truth will set you free. And what was his answer? His answer was, but I don't have time to start doing that, to build. This is a building. I want it now. In other words, in his head, he's still an adolescent. This thought of, I want it now, what you're saying will take long until I start changing behavior and get firm with a job and have a salary and have friendships. To build all you're telling me would take too long. I don't have time to waste. Yes, you should have thought about that 20 years ago. It reminds me of a proverb, not from the Bible, a popular proverb that says, the best time, the best moment to plant the tree was 20 years ago. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. Let's say you don't have the tree. You didn't plant the tree 20 years ago. So at least plant the tree today. At least, because time will pass regardless. This is an important lesson about time that you must understand. Whether you do something right or wrong, time will pass 60 seconds per minute and 60 minutes per hour and 24 hours per day. Time will pass regardless of what you do. So if you will pass regardless, if you are aging anyway, do the right things. Plant the good seeds now. Because while you are complaining by saying, I wasted time, I want it, but now, this complaining will change nothing, will just take you deeper into the situation you are in. So the husband who lost the respect of the wife and wants her back and is imploring her, give me another chance, everything will be different from now on, I promise you, and this and that. Empty promises. You're wasting your time. You are making your situation worse. You're showing despair. What your wife is hearing is a desperate man who does not know what to do about his life but beg for another chance. He has no control over his life, how to lead a family. This is what she's hearing. She got tired. So the best chance this man has is to plant his tree today, is to start to change, to make one change at a time. Once you understand that time will pass regardless, you should never underestimate the power to change direction and to take one step at a time. Never underestimate this power. The change of direction of only 1 degree and always moving forward will take you to a very different place before this change. 1 degree only, a small change today. I will let go of my life of sliding my finger through my mobile phone on social medias, on TikTok, YouTube. I'll stop consuming hours of my day just watching and hearing what others are doing. I'll stop doing that. And instead of doing that, I will tidy up my room. For example, I will organize my drawers. I'll throw away from my room what I don't need anymore. I'll write 3 things that I want to reach by the end of the year. 3 goals, 3 targets that I want to achieve. I'll write it down. I'll stick on the wall of my room and I'll start working for that. Do this. This doesn't cost you anything. You don't need money, you don't need a coach, you need nobody to do this. You only need yourself, the right decisions to make. I will do this, I will do that, I'll fix myself with God. I'm going to church today, tomorrow, this Sunday. I'll bend my knees and pray now and repent before God. Ask Him for another chance, for strength, because I don't know where to start. Start by bending your knees and praying when you don't know where to start. He'll soon show you where to go. Start doing this. So as small the change might be, do not underestimate the power to change direction, even if it is just a little, and taking one step at a time. Never underestimate this power. Time will pass regardless. Then I ask you, you are worried with time, you're saying it will take long, what I want will take too long, then I ask you, do you have another place to go? Do you have another place to go? So wake up to this. Start to plant the seeds you need to plant now. And stop complaining and start taking action. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.